Good evening once again. It is my pleasure to welcome you back to Saturday night and to Romhack Races. It's great to see everybody, and I'm really excited for this race. I hope you are too. We have got a level tonight from FYRE150, all caps, FYRE150. You might know them as the maker of Purgatory, Filtration System from KLDC, and 3 other Romhack race levels: Vacillating Depths from week 142, Yuki Cadence from 150, and Simpler Times from 162. They're back tonight for week 180 with a level called Monteverde. I hope I'm saying that right. This is going to be a really cool one. I actually played this ahead of time just to see how I would do. Length of longest section tonight rated by our testers 4 out of 10. Hardest trick to figure out though 5 out of 10. And hardest trick to execute 6 out of 10. So this is going to be a really interesting level, and I'm really excited to see the combination of kind of brains and consistency and gameplay that's going to get through. I want to give a shout out to Starlord and Darkenine tonight, who are scouting for us. Logic, SQL Infection, and SJ and Charlie the Cat tested, and we got D to the 4th very graciously helping us out with times and the website, and Dr. No, of course, running the restream tonight. I'm Glitch Cat, and I'll be bringing you the play-by-play. It is an honor to do this every week, and I hope you're feeling comfy. Say, if you're new here and you don't know what is going on, this is Romhack Races. We do this every Saturday with a never-before-seen Super Mario World Kaizo level that was made fresh by somebody in our community and tested, of course, and then raced here for all of you. The racers have no idea what they're in for. As usual, they've never seen this level before, and they're just going to have to sight read, improvise, and wing it. But we can trust Fire. They are a really good maker, and they've got some really fun stuff for us here. One thing that will come into play, I say it every week, it's always true, especially in this level, I'm very curious to see, consistency and one-shots. Those are the 2 things that are really going to help the racers out. On the one hand, they want to beat an obstacle first try or get past it enough to see what might be coming up next. On the other hand, if they can't do that, they need to be consistent at the obstacles they've already learned in order to be able to get back to the obstacle that they're trying to get past. And we'll see who comes out on top, but we are here to support everybody regardless of leaderboard position. If you want to learn more, you can check out romhackraces.com. That's our website, and we are just about ready to go. So if you haven't gotten comfy already, you should probably do that soon. We are just about ready to get started. And we've got some excellent racers who have signed up for this. Revelug in the upper left, Germdove in the upper right, Halcyon in the lower left, You Fail Me in the lower right. Hey, good luck. So let's go. Let's do this. Now, normally I commentate on these races without having played the level, but just for fun tonight, and because I really like Fire's work, I did play this one ahead of time. So in this case, I do know what's going on here. And the first thing we've got is a mole, a Goomba, and a turn block. And there's some interesting magic that you're going to see happening here, and the racers need to figure out what the heck is going on. Take a look at Halcyon, down here in the lower left. I think they are the first one to figure it out. And there's You Fail Me in the lower right also getting this. So the principle here is that moles will walk forward, right? But they will turn around when they touch some other sprite. In this case, the Goomba that is kind of bonked there on the ground. Here goes You Fail Me in the lower right. Big reads, getting a little bit farther. So the first step here, as these racers are figuring out, is to use the winged Goomba to go up and bop the turn block. And that'll let the mole out, and then bop the Goomba again so that the mole touches it and turns around. Now picking up the Goomba, and you see You Fail Me here getting to this. Oh, nice. And bringing the Goomba along here. It is, it's probable that they may need to use it, and you see they have to bring it over the gap here and open that first block. You Fail Me in the lower right with big consistency. Halcyon as well. And so now they've got to figure out how to get the Goomba over these vines. And you can, as I'm sure you know, or maybe not, and you're learning for the first time, you can hold things while you're on a vine. And you can also kind of manipulate your position and your angle of toss. So how to get the Goomba over is the next challenge for the racers, and it might be that RB Pimlico, upper right-hand corner, has figured this out a little bit. You Fail Me. Here goes Halcyon in the lower left. Yeah, looking for it. So by up-throwing the Goomba, you're able to move it over to where you need to be, and you're also able to catch it like You Fail Me just did there while you're holding on to the vine. Here goes You Fail Me. Wow! In the lower right, and they have got past that. Jank Pickle in the upper left. There is some fast action happening here. This is very cool to see. Halcyon making it a little bit farther, but they did not have the Goomba. Now, that could be an excellent strat in a level like this. Even if you know you're out of luck, you lost the Goomba or the power-up or something, try to go ahead anyway. See what might be coming up. Learn, take a look at it and maybe kind of figure it out in your head so you know what you're going to do next time. All these strats you might see come into play. Pausing to take a look at what the situation is, maybe have some more time to just analyze what's going on. These are all totally cool and valid strats, and we'll see how each of the racers try to use them. Right now, it looks like the whole challenge for everybody is getting this Goomba over the vines. Looks like You Fail Me in the lower right here. Ooh, yeah. All right, there's some moves. So, yeah, using the Goomba to clear the way on that red beetle. It can't be killed by jumping on it, and it will just reflect a spin jump. So it's a question of consistency for You Fail Me right now, because they definitely, they have got this, and they know how to move that Goomba. So now they're sort of working on the next part, but here's where consistency, again, comes into play because they need to keep getting back there. One thing I wanted to point out, too, you might not notice it, but at the beginning, the very beginning, over here on Jank Pickle in the upper left, see that one tile gap that the mole has to walk over? You can do that. However, if you are standing on the mole, it'll kill you when it walks over that because it kind of bobs up and down a little bit. You Fail Me. What a read. Man, and here goes Halcyon in the lower left-hand corner. I think that was a deliberate attempt to spin jump on those Koopas, but not the play. So it's Halcyon and You Fail Me right now. Keep an eye on the bottom of the screen here. And this is where consistency, I keep saying it over and over, but consistency is going to make the difference here because they've both seen that section. You Fail Me real quick with another try. We got RB Pimlico, upper right. Very nice. They've got a good timing for the first up throw and then throwing the Goomba to the right, and it bounces off that barrier wall and allows them to catch it on those double vines. Nice, good figuring out on that movement. It can be a lot of option paralysis in that section as you try to figure out what's the exact way to get that throw and catch to work. Yo, Halcyon, okay, has seen a pipe, and normally that means good things. You Fail Me, though, here to catch this mushroom and then spin jump on the turn blocks. The idea being, if you haven't noticed already, is to keep the mole moving with you. But watch out for those one-tile gaps. That can be a kind of a gotcha way to kind of kill people when riding a mole, because the mole, like, moves just a little bit. It kind of drops down and then goes back up as it walks over that one tile. And for some reason, that moves it into Mario's hitbox. It's kind of a, I guess you could say jank, but not really. Here goes You Fail Me in the lower right. Oh, my word. Wow. They got all the way through. Spin jump on that big line of shells there, and the green shell at the end, maybe indicating that something different is going to happen. It's Halcyon's turn, lower left. So some really fast maneuvering here. Yeah, making sure to get all those blocks out of the way before the mole comes up. And here's Halcyon for the try. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow. Halcyon H in 6.5 minutes. That's really impressive. That was pretty good good maneuvering for Halcyon there. Good moves to not kill the mole. If you're holding the shell and you touch into the mole with the shell, you'll just destroy the mole. But Halcyon needing the mole to jump up there and then didn't kill it with the shell they were holding, even with less iframes than they might have liked to have had. That's some very fast reaction from Halcyon. Well earned. And it looks like, ooh, yo, RB Pimlico making it to the pipe, but they don't have all the stuff they need. So this is going to give Halcyon a chance. Knowledge is power in a race like this, and if you have more of a chance to just work on a section, then you're just grinding that consistency, and you might find yourself out a little ahead. So the advantage is for Halcyon right now, And you could close, any other racer would close that advantage by getting to the checkpoint quickly as well. But now there's a lot to figure out on Halcyon's side. And I got to say, because I played this level ahead of time, I love this double bullet bill move. Halcyon making it look easy. The idea here, you're holding the grab block and you want to bring it with you. But if you collide with the bills, it'll kill the grab block. Yo, RB Pimlico. Oh dear. Oh, yes, let's go. Wow. They were quick on that. They thought they needed to bop the shell. That was actually smart thinking. I was worried they were going to run out of iframes. But RB Pimlico moving on, making it to the H as well. And that's going to put a little bit of pressure on Halcyon now. Thank you for the resub, Emily. It's really kind. But I was going to say, I love this double bullet bill move. So the idea here is that you want to bring the grab block. And if you collide it with the bullet bill, it'll just break the grab block and you won't have it anymore. So what do? You got to up throw. And it's like a double up throw, and then you have to toss it to open the turn block gate. Looks like You Fail Me's about to catch up too. Nicely done. Three out of 4 right now on the checkpoint. You Fail Me just pulling in. Oh, I like that. Yo, RB Pimlico just kind of thinking about this for a minute. So now for these racers, it's about kind of developing the muscle memory. And this is where consistency is going to help Halcyon a lot, because they've had a minute or two extra to hang out on this checkpoint section. Revelug, though, upper left, might be getting very close. Any run now. Also, I feel rude. How are you? Chat, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I feel like I didn't even ask. How rude of me. If you have any questions or anything. Whoa. You Fail Me. Maybe arriving at a tricky strat here. So 2 up throws to bop the bullets, and then you see that line of 3 bullet bills. And they want to get the grab block to contact the turn block there. So here's an interesting idea. What's going on here? I really like this next section too. We've got this bullet bill coming down the way, and Halcyon, what a strat. I'm actually very impressed with Halcyon's strats here. Yeah, they're actually bringing... So, okay, so watch You Fail Me, because You Fail Me is throwing the grab block into the turn block to open it. Halcyon, on the other hand, has started landing and, like, up-throwing the grab block in order to open that gate. And that is an interesting play, because what it does is allow Halcyon to take the grab block past that point. Unfortunately, Halcyon is not defending the streak anymore. But they had a good run while it lasted, and they're on top to start rebuilding it again tonight, so we shall see. So this is a really tight maneuver, but I wanted to highlight this music. Can we just all appreciate the really excellent music in this hack? I was just kind of jamming to this all afternoon. Now that's a really good run for Halcyon, and that strat might really play out. Notice that after you get past the turn block gate, check out Halcyon on the lower left, trying to get past that gate. After that, you're presented with a situation with a turn block and an outlined red Kaizo block below it. There are a couple of options for that part. Halcyon is opting to bring the grab block that they had from the previous section and then throw it up to open the turn block, hit the Kaizo block so they can walk across and be on their way. But now we're faced with a new predicament here. Halcyon needed the disco shell to get through that area, but what the heck are we going to do here? I don't blame Halcyon at all for taking a moment there to just think about it. That's a smart play. Okay, You Fail Me. Also, yeah, bringing that grab block through But now, yeah, but then they kicked it so they weren't able to up throw it. Now, here's another thing. There's another thing to think about, and this goes for all race levels and, you know, just something to consider. If there is a strat or an obstacle that seems suspiciously tight, why in the heck is this so tight? I never get this. Maybe that's not what you do. Just throwing that out there, it's always good to consider, you know, what is working to question, is what I'm trying to say, to question what works. And looks like that thought really helped out for Halcyon. They've got a plan for that disco shell obstacle now. You fail me, though. Look out. Okay, yeah, killing the disco shell, but about to learn an important lesson. See, disco shells, when active, will open turn blocks, and turn blocks will turn the mole around, unless they're rotating. Here goes Halcyon. Look out. Ah, look out. Look out. And so now Halcyon, first one to see that baby Yoshi. And baby Yoshis are hungry. They are definitely hungry creatures. They want to eat any sprite that is hanging around. Well, most of them anyway. They don't like platforms. But if you were holding the baby Yoshi and happened to be standing on the mole at the same time, Yoshi will just eat the mole. And, you know, it's a bummer when Yoshi eats your ride, can't go anywhere. You know, imagine if Yoshi just showed up and, like, ate your car. Kind of the situation Halcyon finds themselves in here. So, we might be looking at a juggle. Really strong consistency. Yeah, Halcyon getting right back here, and now it is time to juggle. So you can't be holding the baby Yoshi while you're standing on the mole, so that means Yoshi's always got to be in the air. So we got to keep up throwing. Now, yeah, now what is also about to happen? See if we can think about this. Baby Yoshi plus sprites to eat. Oh, hey. Revela got that extra bullet to spawn. Interesting. I didn't see how they got that to work. Looks like everybody is still kind of working out strats. You Fail Me has figured out the disco shell part. Revela kind of taking a minute to think about it. What difficulty was this again? Execution was at a 6. Brain figuring out obstacles at a 5 out of 10. And length at a 4 out of 10. Got a lot of other racers showing up at the checkpoint too, but we can only fit 4 on the restream at once. And so that could also put some pressure. Halcyon was the first one here, so this is where we get to see if the knowledge is going to pay off for Halcyon or if some other racer could be a little bit quicker. Anybody's game right now. Oof, yeah, got to get the disco shell for Halcyon. Have to guide that disco shell off the edge so that it doesn't kill the mole. This is a very unique mole transportation level. I really appreciate that about it. Most of the time you get a mole level, you know, you just kind of ride on the mole and occasionally jump off it. But this has got some brainy situations and setups involving turning the mole around and then having to, like, use the disco to watch out. So I really, really enjoy this one. Louis Douce, though, a consistent threat on the leaderboard here. Louis Douce in the upper right. Yep, they know about that disco, and they know to get it off the edge, too. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is, yeah, so we got some pressure. Halcyon with some pressure now. Now, granted, the racers don't know where each other is at, necessarily speaking. But, you know, you can be sure that someone's going to be hot on your heels. There are good players out here. I'm very impressed at how quickly the racers have figured out some of these obstacles. There are a couple of different ways that you could do some of these things, and very quickly you see people settling into habits and getting that muscle memory going. Here goes Louis Douce. Oh my. And a new leader right now. Louis Duce has made the most progress, getting all the way to the end and getting a look at what's happening over there in that pipe. What is happening with the pipe? Here's Revelug in the upper right, making their way to the checkpoint. Love to see it. Halcyon, though, getting back to that juggle. Getting back. So now we got a little bit of a shakeup potentially on our hands here. Louis Duce just out ahead and has made it past that, but I haven't seen Halcyon do that yet. So it's time to kind of put the gas on here, Halcyon. I didn't rhyme that on purpose. It sort of worked out that way. Man, I gotta say, you know, normally I don't play the levels ahead of time, but this week I did, just for something different. Look out, Louis Duce trying for it, and I gotta say, the racers have figured out a better strat than what I beat the level with. I don't think I did this the right way. In fact, I haven't seen anybody do my bad strat yet. I have only seen them do something smarter than what I came up with, and I'm very impressed with that. I was curious what would happen, and I was hoping to be impressed, and y'all didn't let me down. Yeah, I was doing this in a much more convoluted way. This second section in a much more convoluted way than what the racers have got. No, I lost the throw block earlier, where after the line of 3 bullets, all the racers are landing and then up throwing the block to open the gate so they can kill that next bullet. But I didn't. I just threw the block at that and then killed the bullet that was coming up with a spin jump instead of the grab block, and then made 2 jumps to get through that next section. It ended up working out, but I like the racer's procedure a lot more. Here goes Louis Duce. Look out! Louis Duce in the upper left. No way. They knew what they had to do, but they didn't quite line it up. And when Yoshi grows, he preserves a little bit of that momentum, causing Yoshi to slide off the edge there. But that is pretty dangerous for Louis, and the closest we have seen so far. Is that the ending, though? We will have to find out. We'll have to find out together. Halcyon making those tries at the juggle, but can't quite pull it off. One thing I'd like to add about the mole, for those that might not know, it's not very obvious to look at it, but the hitbox standing on top of the mole can be a little bit weird. The racers really want to make sure that they're centered on the mole's kind of big, bald Homer Simpson head up there, and they don't want to get too close to the nose, because you can kind of like slip off and get stabbed by the little stabby nose of the mole. Not good. Not fun. So that's kind of something that if you've played Kaizo, you'll know, but it might not be very obvious to just watch. All right, yo, Louis Duce making it to the end. You fail me, getting to that juggle as well. Revelug. Oh my word, Revela. Whoa. Whoa. You know, actually, I don't know if those piranhas count as double eats. I didn't notice that when I played it. That would be a question perhaps for Fire, our maker tonight. Because you should eat 4, but then there are 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you should eat 5, but then there's 4 things. Ooh, Halcyon made it, but slipped off. This has turned into a very close battle right now. Oh, excuse me, Louis Duce through the pipe. Sad face in chat. Yo, there it is. And the close battle comes to a happy conclusion. Yo, Louis Duce, nicely done with the big 26 on the tape, beating out Halcyon with a little bit more experience. That's what consistency will get you. Nicely done. Here goes Halcyon, though, for their turn. Can they land on Yoshi? Ah, just like a block off. Nicely done. Yo, good job. Big, good job. Louis Duce, we got B2, DE81 in the upper left here. Oh, and you fail me getting so close to the end. This is a great race. Dang, I really like this race. If you're enjoying this level, there are 3 other Romhack race levels made by FYRE, and you can also check out Purgatory and Fire, or not Fire and Ice. I don't know why I keep thinking that's not FYRE's hack. It's Quiet Mason. FYRE did not make Fire and Ice. They made Purgatory, but also Filtration System from the last KLDC. One of my personal favorites from that whole challenge, contest rather, and really cool level. Even got featured in a Kotaku article. Yes, Fire and Ice. I think that's why. I think that's why I make that connection. Did not make Fire and Ice though, although Fire and Ice is a good hack. But check those out on SMW Central or play this patch from romhackraces.com. If you want a little bit, check out a little bit more of FYRE's work. They are a really cool level maker. This really kind of brainy intermediate stuff that I just love. Really creative spins on familiar concepts like the mole transportation, mole taxi. A lot of close calls for everybody. Here goes You Fail Me, maybe. They've got the lineup. Oh, no! Oh, geez, that was it. Man, that can be tough to deal with in the same way that there's a little hesitation delay when Mario powers up. There is a small delay when Yoshi grows up. Everything kind of freezes for a second, and if you're not careful, could freeze you. Halcyon, though, quick on Yoshi. In the pipe, looks like that's gonna be a second. Oh yeah, well done. Good job. Well done, Halcyon. GG, second place. That was excellent. Well played. You know, there's this second level here too. And it's not like the official level, but it was really fun, and I did play it. So I think it kind of gave me a funny idea for something else, but I don't know. Maybe later we could check out the Vanilla Dome 4. It's kind of neat. It's kind of hidden in there. GG Halcyon. I beat it. I beat it, pal. I got to the credits at the end. It gave me an idea for like SMW, but it's all difficult like that. What we got here? We got B2 at DE81. Upper left-hand corner, second section. Revelug, same thing, upper right. Stu, lower left, second section. You Fail Me, lower right, second section. Look out. Ooh, Revelug almost had it. This was FYRE. See that I like FYRE's username because it's accurate. You know what to expect. You know what kind of level is this going to be? Who made it? FYRE? Well, there's your answer. Yo, RB Pimlico, Nathan MG making their way on too. Nice. B2, nice juggles. Nice control. Look at that. Whoa, man. That was, oh, I'm sorry, that was Revelug. My bad. Revelug with the really nice control. Really good controlled up throws there on that Yoshi juggle. That was great. Well earned, Revelug. And there's our podium tonight. Nicely done. Nicely done. I will say, you know, and I knew what was coming up in this level tonight because I was kind of impatient. I wanted to see what FYRE had made, and I wanted to try commentating, having seen the level where normally I don't. Just wanted to, you know, give it a shot, try something new. I will say for myself, my time for this level was like 25 something or other, 25 minutes. I don't remember the exact change, but I got about a 25 with my really ridiculous strat. Literally none of the racers are doing my stupid strat. Oh my gosh, You Fail Me? RB Pimlico? What the heck? What the heck? That was so close. I don't even know who got it. Can't even tell you. We're gonna have to check the tapes. That was a quantum finish. We all changed the outcome by observing it. I was too close to tell. Too close to tell. Maybe we have a tiebreaker in Vanilla Dome 4 here. That was really cool. RB Pimlico, you feel me, right back to back. I love the close races going on here. This is splendid. Y'all are marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. I hope you're having a nice night here. Seriously though, literally nobody used my stupid strat. I am so proud. Every racer that didn't use my dumb strat that I used, give yourself 100 cool points. Feel free. You know what? Honor system. You can just go to the bin of cool points and take as many as you want. Literally everyone is doing the good strat, and not a single person is doing the silly strat that I used. I feel silly. I'm very proud of everyone. You're all much more clever than I am. Well played. Hey, you know, speaking of this, pretty exciting stuff over here. If you would like to sign up and race with us, these races are open to anybody who would like to give it a try. Go over to romhackraces.com. Sign up if you'd like to. That just kind of lets us know who's going to race and what they're doing. And download the patch for yourself and try it out anytime, even if you don't want to race. Or if you would like to volunteer or make a level, that would be super cool too. You can find all that on the website. And I'm really grateful that we have the amount of people that we do. Thanks again for D to the 4th. Always really helping us out. Made the website, helps us out with the leaderboard, keeping that updated, and doing a lot of wonderful, wonderful code and things for everybody in SMW. We really, really appreciate. We got B2, we got Stu, we got Nathan MG, we got Jank Pickle hanging out. You know, thanks, Mario, because that was really one of the things. That was one of the, I should say, like, spirits that Romhack Races was founded in, is the spirit of having there be an entry point for people. You know, either to, where do I go to learn about Kaizo? Where do I go to try my hand at playing it? Where do I just, you know, make a level? It can be a lot easier to make one level instead of a whole hack. Similarly, it could be easier to play one tough level than a whole hack of 20 of them. You know, at least that way you get to feel like you won, you know? Like, if you, I've always said, say you play some really tough hack, right? And you beat a couple of levels, and they took you a couple hours. You don't get to savor that victory, or people don't let themselves because, well, you didn't beat the hack. Play a tough Romhack race level. There is one of them. Once you're done, you win, right? It's good to win. It's good to win. I feel like people should win more. H for Germdove off stream. Let's go. And that is true too. Yeah, a lot of people can kind of get a start making levels, or you know, have their. It's perfectly cool to put your Romhack race level in a hack you've made. I did that myself, and I actually just dropped a Subcon 2 level ahead of time. Leftovers. Once again, yo, while we're hanging out, you're hearing me talk to you and tell you about all this stuff, but I am only one of a volunteer community. I would like to really shout out Electronic Logic, SQL Infection, and SJ and Charlie the Cat, who tested this week's level. I know Sojo and Om Nom Nom also test when they can. We really appreciate that. Darkenine and Star-Lord doing scouting for us tonight, watching everybody's streams, letting us know kind of who takes the lead, who we should rotate on. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you to the volunteers who help us out. Would not be able to happen without you, and really, really appreciate that. And hey, if I haven't answered any questions or anything, or you know, you'd like to learn a little bit more about SMW Kaizo, the mechanics going on here, please feel free to ask. I know these levels can be kind of complicated if you'd like to just learn a little bit. There are no dumb questions. We're all just learning about stuff. So if you'd like to learn, you know, feel free invitation. Why are racers jumping over one-tile gaps when riding the mole? They'll die otherwise. They will die. So watch the mole as it walks over the one-tile gap. You'll notice that it kind of bumps. That's the best way I can describe it. It like drops down a little bit, and then it bumps back up, right? When that happens, its hitbox collides with Mario's, and you're guaranteed to die as long as you're standing on the top of the mole. It's a weird little gotcha. It's actually a vanilla property. Like, you don't have to use ASM for that. And it's kind of a weird little gotcha with mole rides. But that's actually what's going on there. Some Kaizos use it more as like a dedicated obstacle, where here it's fairly incidental. It doesn't seem like Fire is leaning too hard into that obstacle. In fact, most of the gaps you're like naturally jumping at that moment anyway. But that is why, because otherwise they will die if they're standing there. Oh, thank you, Darkanine. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, my strat was utterly ridiculous. Instead of up throwing after, so here goes Nathan MG. Instead of up throwing there, I just chucked the block into it, crashed it, landed in front of it, spawned the loose bullet in the one tile, spin jump killed it, and then jumped once to hit the turn block, and then jumped again to hit the Kaizo block below it in order to get through that gap. And you can do that, and it all works out. For a minute, I thought that's what you were supposed to do. It just kept working, so I was like, well, I guess that's what's happening. But all the racers have done so much better. I'm very impressed. Don't do it my way. Don't listen to me. Well, there are, in the vanilla game, you'll never have a mole in a situation where it will walk over a one-tile death pit like that. It just doesn't come up. So, the only way, it's one of those things that, like, you only find out about when you hack the game and rearrange it. Something similar to how, you can spin jump on Torpedo Teds, but you'll never find that in the vanilla game because you'll never encounter a Torpedo Ted out of water. I didn't question my assumptions, but then again, what I was assuming was working well enough. After a while, I got pretty consistent with it, and I really just assumed, oh, that's what you do. So, my strat wasn't inconsistent enough to get me to do that. That's still on me. I'm just explaining how it's on me. That is true. Yeah, you can ignore the bullet and the mole turns around in place and keeps going. That is true. But the drop kill in the one tile, what they're doing is they're bringing the turn block into that area, and then right before they get to the bullet, they're holding down in order to drop the block. And it looks like they're crashing into it, but they're not. Mario isn't holding the block in that moment. And that's how they preserve and don't crash the block into the bullet. Drop kill is a wildly powerful strat. I highly recommend everybody practice with them. Drop kill. If you're holding a shell, a grab block, any object that will kill an enemy if dropped, it won't kill the shell, it won't kill the block, but it will kill the enemy. Drop kills. Use them. Use them or lose them. That's a threat. That's a threat. Use them or lose them. I think the bullet makes the mole turn left and then turn right again because, like, first the mole contacts the bullet and it turns around, but then the bullet is moving to the left. So as the mole starts moving to the left, it contacts the bullet again and turns around again. Yeah, because it's 2 tiles wide and the bullet is moving. It makes sense. But everybody doing pretty well with this. This is a tough level. You're seeing skilled players. seeing everybody playing is skilled. I have literally never seen a bad player on Romhack races. These are folks that are trying their best, and these are tough levels. This is harder than it may appear. Yeah, the near frame perfect tricks are an opportunity to question assumptions. You know, you gotta play a sort of psychological game with it sometimes. You gotta think to yourself, is that what the maker wants me to do? Is the maker going to put that trick on me at this moment? Hey, GG Stu. But being able to get into the head of the maker and think about it a little bit, right? You read the maker's style. Like, for example, okay, here's one. You know what a Steven Spielberg movie kind of looks like, right? You know their style. You kind of know what they do. You can get like that with makers too, especially even like you've played the level, you know? And when you start thinking like, oh no, what is this trick? You know, oh, is this frame perfect trick? You got to think like, is the maker gonna do that? Is that in line with the rest of the level? And that can kind of help you maybe figure out sort of what's what, who's who. We got Germ Dove in the upper right, B2DE, Nathan MG, Jank Pickle. You failed me. Thank you for the raid. GG. Well played tonight. Y'all feeling okay? Get a comfy check going on? I hope you're doing okay, having a good night, taking care of yourselves and each other. What up? Hey, yeah, you know, you're in luck because actually there are 3 other levels that FYRE has made for Romhack races. Week 142, 150, and 162. And you can get all those on the website. Just for your FYI. I'm trying to think, yo, what's new in the world of Kaizo this week? I like to have a little Kaizo news bulletin going on. Advanced Shells 2, Ricardo Milo just got uploaded. Really tough hack, very cool. If you liked Advanced Shells 1, you're in for a butt kicking, but in a fun way. What else came out recently? The Unknown, Jordan, maker of Orcus, recently got the Unknown out, and that is a super cool hack. 40 exits. It's really good, though. Autumn, yeah, another good one. Autumn is out. That's excellent. Transmission chain experiment. That's right. A lot of stuff from the, what do you call it? Hack Jam has been kind of making its way through the pipework. I saw Mushroom Manifold in there as well. A good one from Hack Jam. And you can find all that on SMW Central. The internet's #1 home for Super Mario World ROM hacking since 1995 plus 10 years. Yeah, since 10 years after 1995. Yo, Germdove. Germdove. Oh my gosh, Germdove is using kind of the strat that I was using. But even still, it's better than mine because they're bringing the grab block. You made the boss? You? I believe it. You're pretty good at making stuff. Don't mean to sound incredulous. Yo, Jank Pickle. Lower right-hand corner going for a juggle. Ah. They were doing the bullet turnaround. I saw that. Very cool. Oh, I think Jank Pickle is going for an up throw with the grab block rather than a drop, and that is actually way harder. In that type of situation, you definitely want to drop. Nathan MG, yo, making their way to the end. Germdove finally got the better strat. I like everybody's approach to the 2 up throws at the start of the obstacle, too. Everybody kind of does it in a different way. Some kind of jump, some kind of stand there. I like that. Jank Pickle back again for another juggle. Yo, ooh, man, that was good. They got very far. Yo, Nathan MG, lower left. Yo, let's go. Oh, my word. That was so good. Man, they almost had it. Well played. Well played. It seems to be a toss-up for some racers as to whether or not to avoid the 1 Kaizo block there or to use it. Oh, yo, Germdove with a little bit of progress. Get to learn about the disco. It can be a little bit weird to get momentum on the mole. Like, if you want to do a jump with some horizontal momentum behind it, moving on the mole, because the mole is kind of moving and vibrating slightly, moving on the mole can be challenging. So sometimes you see them kind of not make a full jump or something. That's because the mole makes that a little bit more difficult than it normally would be. Nope. Oh, nice. They got the mole all the way to the end, though. That's good. Yo, Jank Pickle, promising run. Very promising. Not quite promising enough. I can get behind that. Fire do make cozy levels. They look nice with cool, complex gimmickry that's easy enough to follow. Yeah. Yeah. I feel very cozy right now. Hey, thank you for the raid, Super Ben. Welcome in, everybody. This is, yo, I wanted to mention, actually, because I played through this level and I actually got to the credits. I wanted to mention that they mentioned this in the credits. This song was actually ported by FYRE themselves. This is for Matt, like the number 4 M-A-T. Rain in Summer is the name of the song. I actually would like to check this band or album out later tonight after the race. But this is a port that FYRE themselves did, so going really above and beyond for this level, and really appreciate that. Proto Pizza with the H. Nice. I'm so impressed by people who can design good levels and port things. Man, save some talent for the rest of us. Jeez. Yo, B2 and Germdove just kind of hanging, taking a look at this. It's good. Rest strats. You need that. I hope y'all are doing okay, feeling cozy. Thanks for hanging out on a Saturday night. There's only so much play-by-play I can give on exactly the same obstacles. We do schedule about 2 hours for these, though, so feel free to kick it with us. Hang out, cheer everybody on. We got new emotes. We got Romhack Race official channel emotes here. If you are subbed or just looking for someone to get some cool emotes from, check them out. I really like the up throw to kill the bullet bills. I think it's just a fun, classic obstacle. It's just something very classically Mario about it. I like that Amper with the heart with the sunglasses. Very cool. Yo, Nathan. Yikes, I blinked for 1 freaking second. Holy moly. I was just looking over at that cool emote, and suddenly Nathan MG is done sub-hour. Good job. Good job. That's awesome. Yo, GG's all around. Let's say hey to Muzzle. Muzz L coming in here in the lower left-hand corner. Working on the second section. I don't know. What's on your mind tonight, chat? How are you feeling? What are you working on? Yo, taking a nap. That's what's up. That's what's up. Dragon Warrior Romhack. Nice. Nice. Yeah, yo, I hope this is a sign. Everybody go and practice juggles. The nice thing about doing that is you can do that in just a vanilla non-Kaizo level. You know what I mean? You can just, all you got to do is find some items to throw around. I think the thing about juggling is that you want to understand how your horizontal momentum gives the object that you juggle some amount of momentum too, right? You could like, you have to practice giving the object you're throwing more or less momentum, and to be able to control the amount of momentum you're giving it changes the arc, right? You could throw it up and it'll arc away from you over to the right or the left, or it won't do that at all, and you can minimize that by having momentum or controlling Mario's momentum. And I think that's the key to juggles, is these very well-controlled up throws. Timing and momentum factor in heavily for that. Ouch, that sucks. I'm sorry you broke your finger. That's rough. Oh, Germ Dove. Trying a strat. Nice try. That's not really a bad idea to learn what's coming up. Just chucking Yoshi away and then just riding the mole all the way to the end. That's not a bad idea. Jank Pickle with the chance at it. Oh yeah, nicely controlled. No! Nicely controlled up throws, and then at the very last second they nudged Yoshi. Ah. You hate to see it. Yoshi, if you don't grab Yoshi, but you contact Yoshi in the air, you'll nudge him like a shell. Unfortunate. They wanted Yoshi to land right on the Mega Mole. Did you know that these moles are actually called Mega Moles? There are Monty Mole is the small mole that jumps out of the ground, and these are Mega Mole. Official lore. You did? Give yourself a point for that one. You get a star and a pick from the prize jar. You get either a mustache, funny stick-on mustache, or a mustache comb. Yep, one whole star. Well, did you know about Mega Moles? The sunglasses are apparel. Definitely apparel. No? Well, then you get a consolation star. That's all right. For those that didn't know, see, you learned something, and that deserves a star. Learning is important. Star for star. Hey, star my level. Ooh, B2 making their way to the juggle. Yeah, you can have a star for learning. That's cool. There's plenty of them up there in the sky. We're not going to run out anytime soon. Star reserves are functionally infinite. So, yeah, of course. I'm not trying to be stingy on the stars here. I'm gonna squash that rumor right now. Jank Pickle, here we go. Nice. Oh, can they make it? Oh, let's go. Ah, very good. Jank Pickle resetting their momentum and resetting their slow fall. Bye, Yoshi. Nicely done, Jank Pickle. Good presence of mind right at the end there. They reset their slow fall. Why did they jump to the left like that before they ran into the pipe? 2 reasons. 1, to approach that one-tile run over with enough momentum. And 2, so that they could hold B while standing on the ground. Nicely done. We got MC Banjo Mike joins us in the lower left-hand corner. What's up? What's up? We still got Muzzle. We still got Germ Dove. We still got B2. I know. It's okay, though, because if you want, your call. You don't have to, but if you want, you can borrow my lore, which is that Yoshi is fine. It's like pro wrestling. There are pillows, mattresses down there. Yoshi is just good at taking a fall. The whole point is to make Mario look cool. He's a stunt dinosaur. He's perfectly fine. He can swim in lava. He just runs back off stage and goes on. I don't really understand the appeal of insisting that Yoshi ought to be abused and manipulated. You know, I don't really understand the appeal of jokingly suggest we harm or punish something. You know, I just don't see the appeal, personally. So, Yoshi is a stunt dinosaur who can, you know, they're fine. That's why they look real good. You know, they look good. They take the fall. You know, Mario chucks him in a pit. Oh no, I've fallen. But actually, there's pillows down there. He's okay. I don't know, man. I'm just speaking for me personally, but I really don't see the appeal in pretending, haha, I am killing the nice thing. Ha ha ha. Like, really? Like, that's like, it's like super edgy, you know? Save it for South Park. Yeah, look at his feet. Yoshi can't be destroyed. So, you can take that lore and run with it if you want it. I'm just here to offer an alternative. Yoshi can eat literal fire. Okay. Let's just consider this for a minute. Yoshi can literally eat and spit fire. So I can't do that. I would injure myself. My dentist would not be pleased. Dennis Tatum. Whiten your teeth with this one simple trick. It's kind of weird. I think it's possible that Yoshi's Island, being a prequel, occurred at a time before Yoshi had developed all his powers, you know? That's why certain things hurt him. He's still, like, learning the ropes, you know? Before he discovered the secret to invincibility. Yeah, boot technology wasn't quite there yet. Back in the day. Maybe they just don't fit Mario. Maybe they you know, they're wearing wrong shoe size. Like, if my friend who wears a size 12 wants to let me borrow their shoes, I'm going to look like a clown. I'm not going to be able to do tricky platforming in shoes that are way too big or too small. You ever try doing parkour in clown shoes? You only do that once. You know, now that I mention it, though, that would be kind of funny to see someone in, like, full clown suit do parkour. Like, just a clown. Like, they've got the wig and the nose and the big floppy shoes, but they're, like, doing front flips downstairs and stuff and, like, doing all the ninja parkour stuff. That actually would be super funny. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey present Mirror's Edge. It's funny because I can see the mashup of the two logos. That's really funny. It's funny because clowns are like already doing that, you know? They're already like tumbling around. That'd be super funny. Like sets up like a little trampoline and does like a backflip like between two buildings. Oh, that's great. Good stuff. Will we ever get official Mario lore about his parents? I think if we are to get that, it will be in the forthcoming movie. I feel like that's the place they're gonna. If we're gonna drop that, that's the place to put it. I think maybe you may have called a plot point for the movie. That's funny. Gladiators. Clowns. Yeah, what's the difference? It just sounds so jovial. I can't take gladiators seriously when they're going. Just sounds so jovial and fun. Clowns are funny. Just the famous gladiator clowns of ancient Rome. They kill you faster than they could honk their nose. Well, but you're forgetting the part that happens when you beat Yoshi's Island. I mean, far be it from me to spoil a game that's close to 30 years old at this point, but you know, when you beat Yoshi's Island, it just so happens, Muzzle, that was a rough nigh. I'm not trying to mind bend you here, but if you beat Yoshi's Island, you might uncover a secret. Might get to see something neat. New Yoshi's Island retcons it? Really? Oh, good. I've never played it. Yo, oh, Germ Dove, no. One Yoshi eat away. Looking for another clear here. B2DE, Germ Dove Muzzle, Ender of Games. Well, in the end, the stork takes them back to their parents. And then you see their parents' feet in classic Muppet Babies nanny style, Charlie Brown style, where you never actually see the adults. Am I the only one in the world? Maybe. But additionally, am I the only one in the world who was really annoyed by all the cartoons that never showed the adults? There were a lot of offenders of this. Muppet Babies did it. They only showed Nanny's legs. Charlie Brown, they never showed the adults. They always talked to them off camera. Inspector Gadget doesn't really count, but I guess the only adult really is Dr. Claw, and they never showed Dr. Claw's face. I believe Cow and Chicken on Cartoon Network, if you remember that one. They never showed the parents. They did a whole trope about that. Am I the only one that was annoyed by that? I would watch these cartoons hoping that maybe this is the time we'll finally get to see what Dr. Claw looks like, and then they never did. Freaking cartoons. Germ Dove, look out. Oh no, sad faces in chat. Oh no. Germ Dove, what you got for us? Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Oh, peace, Yoshi. He'll be fine, though. GG, Germ Dove. Aw, too bad. That's okay, though. What did we learn? He's just going below stage. He's fine. He's having lunch right now. There is a single Cow and Chicken episode where you can see the parents? Really? I gotta look that one up. They were just legs? Interesting. Never knew that. That tracks, though. That makes sense in that show. Oops. All legs. Nicely done, Germ Dove. Well played. Well played. We got B2DE. We got MC, Banjo, Mike, Muzzle, and Ender Games hanging out. You know how it is. I think we could use more Yoshi levels, Darkanine. I don't think... I know there are a lot already, but I still think there's a lot to do with Yoshi. You just have an interesting combination of abilities. You can eat things out of the wall. You could, like, generate iframes by ditching Yoshi. It's just a lot of weirdness with Yoshi. Iframe manipulation is not something I see people use Yoshi for very much. But you can have about 2 tiles worth of iframes. You know what might be an interesting ASM? Is simply ASM that gives you a full duration of iframes when you lose Yoshi. And now you're like losing and re-catching Yoshi all the time, but you have more iframes to work with. So that would help for design. You could like make them lose Yoshi and then do a little damage boost run and then catch up with Yoshi and then repeat. Muzzle, look out, in the pipe, up and over, GG. Well played, Muzzle. That was well earned. I know they were getting really close. They had a tough nigh. They made it through. Well played. GGMUZZL. If you all check out this level on your own, make sure to play Vanilla Dome 4. It's pretty fun. Sad nigh for B2. Yeah, the problem with vanilla Yoshi iframes is that you just don't get that many. You get a smaller duration than you would if you actually took damage. It's about the amount of time that you could move 2 blocks horizontally, which isn't really enough time to design anything interesting with the damage boost, aside from just there is a gate, you must damage boost. B2, though, no damage boost required. B2, DE81, making it out alive. Well played. Good job. B2. Yeah. We got Proto Pizza now, MC Banjo Mike, Super Mike, Ender of Games, and this is the final 4. Nice. Yo, GG yourself, Muzzle. Excellent. Excellent job. Good level. I do hope y'all are doing well tonight. I don't know, what can I say? Do 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 do. Scuba dab doo boop 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 doo. Got about 45 minutes to hang. Thanks for being a part of it. Say, if you want to get this level for yourself or check out anything else that we're doing, romhackraces.com is the website. Check it out. Yo, Proto Pizza is doing my strat. Yes. Woo. I mean, it's way harder, and I hope you get a better way, but also, yeah, they're doing the strat. That's what I was doing. Yay. Love to see it. Woo. I feel validated. Yo, Super Mike also going for the strat. Yes, that's how you do it. Yeah, that's a little bit harder, but that is how I did it. All right, it's finally someone's doing the GC7 strat, man. All right. Yo, MC Banjo Mike, promising run here. Looking very promising. Making oh. Well, they will learn. Yo, Proto Pizza, yeah. That's the cool way. Man, all right, yeah, it's cool. I'm offering 1,000 cool points to anyone who actually wins with that strat. Not that you should go for it, just that it's neat. Yeah, people are questioning what works, which is another thing. I mean, you got the consistencies and the one-shots that help in races in all Kaizo. If it is suspiciously difficult, try a different way. Even if you got through on that strat, try something else. Maybe it's not what you do. It's tough to think to do that, though. That it's easier said than done. And in a race situation specifically, it's tough because maybe you're right. Or maybe you just are worried about investing time in some other experiment, right? It costs time to experiment, waste a life to try something. It takes a certain kind of like gutsiness almost, you know? Gotta have guts. Yeah, it can be really tricky. You know, an analogy, honestly, it's kind of like, it feels the same way as getting stuck on a Wordle. I'm sure many of you play Wordle. I finally started playing too because my mom wanted to. It's like, you know what? I'll play with you, Mom. My mom's amazing at Wordle. My mom is freaking amazing at Wordle. I can't even believe it. But it's like getting stuck on a Wordle, you know? Like, I can only think of one word that has a CH and a T in it. Cat or chat or something. And, like, there's plenty of other words, but I'm focused on, like, I can only think of chat. I can't think of any other CH words when you know there are many. It's kind of like that when you're playing Kaizo, you know? I totally get that, though. You get stuck on the first thing that it looks like it works, and, yeah, maybe that isn't it. A good way to mess with that is just to try to just always stay adaptable and try to let go of, like, winning and just, like, try things sometimes. And that's something I have to remind myself to do, too. You know, sometimes I just don't want to spend the extra however many minutes just experimenting. Like, no, I have to do it right now. But, you know, sometimes it just needs to kind of back off, try something in a different way, or think more critically, or just like do the wrong thing on purpose, right? Just if you don't think you're supposed to throw the block this way, just do it anyway. Just give it a try sometime. Just see, maybe something will happen, or you'll notice something. Sure. It feels rough to go back to what you were doing. Yeah. That muscle memory can be tricky. It's a double-edged sword. It helps you, and then if you learn the wrong thing, now you have to fight against it. Sure. And that's the thing, too. I mean, we're dealing with Kaizo levels where the solution is going to be hard in the first place. So then you get to second triple guessing yourself like, well, maybe this is what I do. Because you know that whatever it is that you do is going to be somewhat difficult. So you're trying to anticipate that. But looking for another clear here. We got some time. We got some time to hang out. I say I hope you all are feeling comfy, having a good evening. And I'm not sure, I'd like to actually shout it out, but I'm not sure who is next week's maker. We got a fresh level every week, made by somebody new. And, yeah. Oh, is it Maxwell? MMXWL. Maxwell for next week, so that'll be fun. Oh, nice. Maker of Super World and the past race level Superstar. So if you'd maybe like to get a little feel for their style ahead of time, go check out the Romhack race level Superstar or Super World. Superstar is week 143. For those keeping track at home. Yeah, that's an easy trick to get stuck in. Nom nom. Ultra Star levels, eh? Off the top of my head, yeah, that's a good question. I can't really think of any particularly Ultra Star type levels. But you're, of course, welcome to browse the Romhack Race archives. I took a glance at the Romhack Race's Discord server. I saw that somebody mentioned, imagine playing Kaizo on one of those Walmart kiosks. Shoutouts to those that remember the Walmart kiosk for playing video games. I lived on that as a kid, man. Getting to go after school, mom's gonna do some shopping at Walmart, like plop you in front of the electronics thing. You get to stand there and play that store kiosk game. How cool. Oh yeah, or you know, watching some other player play the kiosk and learning some trick for the game. Oh, that's how you beat that level. Yeah, right, the neck pain. But those were big, man. Those were cool. That was important. Those 10 minutes playing Mario 64 were special. Whoa! Best Buy SNES kiosk where they split the console off to 9 big CRTs. The whole store could watch you. That is so cool. I would love to do that. I would love to go back to those kiosks and just be like, haha, orb glitch. Imagine time traveling back, right? The year is 1993, and you roll up on a Walmart kiosk with all of your modern Kaizo skill. Yeah, I don't know why places stopped kind of doing that. They, you know, you could have a Switch set up. Why not? Maybe they just don't want those dang kids hanging out playing Nintendo in their store anymore. Oh man, yeah, McDonald's GameCube. We were never lucky enough to have one, but I do remember that existing. GameCube always had broken controllers. Yo, MC Banjo Mike, nice try. Hey, yo, friends. We got about half an hour to hang out here and race. I want to grab a drink real quick. Don't do anything cool while I'm gone. I'll be right back. All right, I made it back. Hello. Anything cool happen? What did I miss? What did I miss? Yo, y'all are talking about dentist office video games. I've heard that used to be a thing. Dentists, orthodontists. I had braces when I was younger. Man, they didn't have jack. They had nothing. I remember sitting around in those waiting rooms for hours, being so bored. I wish they would have had video games. That would have been so cool. But nope, just Muzak and radio sound for me. Man, that's awesome. You all had cool orthodontists. I did not. I had early 90s painful orthodontia. Not a fun time. It was the worst of times. It was the worst of times. I can relate, Nathan. I can relate for sure. Highlights for kids. Like, I've read this issue 5 times. Yo, MC Banjo Mike. Nice consistency. Good throws. Oh, man. Reader's Digest, man. Cosmo. Yo, Ender of Games making it to the juggle. Oh, look out. Yeah, same. My dentist was rough. We had nothing. One of those little things for babies with the little beads on the little metal wire. You know what I'm talking about? Little curvy metal wires with beads. You know what I'm talking about. You know it. I know you do. Oh yeah, totally. That would hold my attention for a couple of minutes. As an adult, that would hold my attention for about, I'd say, 5 minutes. I could get a whole 5 minutes of fun out of that baby toy. Look at the beads. Look at they go. Look, oh, and then this one. Oh, I'm gonna put them all over here. Oh, now I'm gonna move them back. Hours of fun moving beads around. It's like an abacus. It's like a Dr. Seuss abacus. That's exactly what that is. It's a Dr. Seuss abacus. What if you made the loop touch the rail? Would it, like, shock you? You sure that's a museum and not some kind of test? I'm just checking. It would beep and yell at you. Hey, quit that! What are you doing? Stop, you fool! Don't do that, no! That's just like from The Simpsons. Can I play with it? No, you can't enjoy it on as many levels as I can. Everybody getting a few chances at the juggle now. Proto Pizza, MC Banjo Mike, Ender of Games, Super Mike, they all got pretty close. But the articulation on the up throws at the end there can be tough. I'll say momentum and timing are the keys to juggle consistency. And it costs you a lot of time to try to experiment. So it's best to sort of approach these sorts of things with a plan. You know, make a plan ahead of time and say, okay, next time I get back to that obstacle, this is what I'm going to do. And then commit to that. Even if it doesn't go through, then you'll have learned something. It can be rough in a juggle type situation to try to improvise too much. So like having that rhythm and having a plan kind of ahead of time is good policy. Yo, I'm hoping for some clears here. Here goes MC Banjo Mike, upper right-hand corner. Gotten a lot of tries at that juggle. They're getting very consistent in getting back there. But tough level tonight. As usual, thanks for hanging out, tuning in, being a part of it. Wouldn't be the same without you. We really appreciate the community support. This is such a comfy level. Doc mentioned that earlier, and it continues to be true. Such a comfy level. Yeah, exclamation leaderboard in chat. And of course, big shout outs and thanks to D to the fourth for helping us out with that. She is kind and wonderful and really comes through for us. Really appreciate that. Yeah, GG, B2, thank you for the raid. D2 the comfy. Well, I hope you're all having a lovely, comfy time. Don't know. I don't know. I kind of ran out of things to say, but thanks for being a part of it tonight. Mallow the cat was so comfy all day. He was last seen sleeping on the couch. He was like completely stretched out. Super comfy cat. Oh, here's something I wanted to mention. I don't know if it is still going on. I think it's all weekend. If you're looking for a little bit of a cool speedrun marathon, go and check out GDQ this week. I think Frost Fatales is still on. Really great marathon. Lots of cool speedrunning stuff. They're raising money for the Malaya Fund, I think is the name of it. Check it out. It's been a really good watch so far. They were doing Frozen Flagon, you may know, was doing custom Celeste maps earlier, and they were great. They even got to pet some cats, which I'm all for it. Ah, tonight's the last night. Cool. I'll be hanging out, lurking a little bit tonight. Yeah, if you need a little bit more speedrun in your life, yeah, Frost Fatales is awesome. We got about 20 minutes to go. Hoping for some clears. We got time. Oh, we're comfy. You know, don't feel bad, B2. I did the same thing. I did the exact same thing. This one I played ahead of time. Normally I don't. I did the strat that Proto Pizza did. Right there, the way Proto Pizza got through that was my strat for this. And I ended up beating the entire level before I even realized that was wrong. Y'all doing okay? Sorry, I ran out of things to say. I don't know. Oh, what up? Let's go, MC Banjo Mike. They have gotten so many tries. They have really got consistent at this final part. They just got to get the juggle. Let's go. Here it is. Ah! I hope everybody practices your juggles this week. Practice item juggling. Even just, like I said, just giving momentum. Controlling the momentum of an up-thrown object. That is the key. Momentum control is the key to juggles. You can exert a surprising amount of control over the arc of an object you've thrown upward. And getting good at controlling that is, that's what'll help out with juggles and things. It'll help out in a lot of situations, really. Up throwing an object is a common thing, right? You do that for a lot of various reasons in Kaizo. And the better you can control your momentum or throw something straight up. I often see people struggle with that, too, when it comes to up throws. Let's say you want to throw something up and then catch it on a vine. Normally, when you up throw something, you give it a little arc, right? But if you turn back before you do that, you can throw it straight up. Being able to do that on command, very valuable. Very important skill. We got about 10 minutes to go. Put some hype in the chat if you're awake for these racers, for your favorites or all your friends. And let's cheer them on here. Again, for what it's worth, I'm sure you already know, but we are here to support everybody. We say, you know, Romhack races, and it's a race. We got a leaderboard. There's a podium, but these are tough levels, and these are talented players taking them on. We are here to support everybody. It is you against the level at the end of the day. And whether you're first place, last place, whatever, you know, you're trying your best. Folks are coming out and learning and improving every week, and that's what it's all about. Thanks for helping to enforce that sort of culture, you know? Everybody's real cool about it. I appreciate that people are supportive, and I appreciate that we can have a community like that instead of one that's mostly driven by, you know, competition, man. Oh, I don't know. Thanks, Eagleheart. I appreciate that. I like Kaizo, and you know what's, I guess, to flip it on its head, what is the value of making it all about competition? You know what I mean? Would that create as good of a show? Would that create as strong of a community? You know, would it? Maybe, but I kind of doubt it. Actually, you know, if we focus on competition, and you know, well, they're the best, they won, blah blah blah, then it's like it fosters a kind of aggressive environment. You know what I mean? And the way to get out on top is to beat somebody else and to win. You know, I'm gonna win, and I think we do better than that. You know, I think on the whole, Kaizo does better than that, and I think the Romhack race community just does better than that. Something that's nice about Kaizo, and fairly unique, but not singular, is, you know, the idea that this is non-commercial fan-made stuff, right? So we're players and makers have a tighter dialogue in some cases than players and makers have a tighter dialogue than gamers and devs. Know what I mean? That, like, when you play Elden Ring, the makers of Elden Ring aren't hanging out. They're not a part of the community. You know, they're not part of our community. They're just up there doing their thing, and they made a game and released it. Not so with ROM hacks, right? You know, you're talking to the person that made it sometimes. You hear their thoughts on it. They hear your thoughts and take that into consideration. That dialogue goes a long way, and I think that is something that helps to catalyze a helpful community, a community where we support each other because of that tight dialogue between maker and player. You know, we're playing things our friends made. We're making things for our friends to play. Literally, I made my friend play through my Mario Kaizo. And that, historically, that cooperation is very, very intrinsic to Kaizo. And I'll tell you what, historically, that cooperation goes all the way back to the birth of Kaizo itself in 1987. It was a group of people collaborating to produce and then use the Tonkaichi editor to create works like Tonkaichi Mario and Super Truth Brothers, all the way back in the day. So community and collaboration is as old as Kaizo itself. T. Takamoto, Arkiba, the original maker and friend, you know? But even before that, we had Truth Brothers, and we had Truth Brothers 2, which is the super lost hack, and Tonkaichi Mario, which is the lost and found hack. A lot of the original, this is a fun fact for you, a lot of the original users of the Tonkaichi editor for Famicom, there was a magazine, and they would send in tips, right? You know, the original disassemblies and understanding of the code in Mario was done by hobbyists just like us. They would do investigations, they would share their results, they would collaborate, they would you know, solve things for each other and use each other's work to produce hacks and things. And that goes all the way back to Mario 1 hacking in the late 80s and early 90s. And early 2000s as well. It's always been here. So, on top of it just being good practice, there is a strong historical case as well for keeping dialogue and collaboration. And, you know, honestly, a lot of the conversations that we have nowadays in Mario World Kaizo, these sorts of conversations were had by people in the early 2000s hacking SMB1. Questions like, how hard is too hard? How trolly is too trolly? Should I troll them or should I just let them have it? Should I teach them the trick first or should I just throw them into the fire? And these sorts of principles of what we would call good level design. You know, you teach the player and then you do this and that. They were arrived at earlier, right, by other communities too. And so we keep sort of just like discovering and then forgetting these lessons over and over again, or evolving as the technology evolves. Ender of Games, let's go. Ender of Games, oh my word, can they get in? Come on, buddy. Come on, Ender. Yeah. All right, all right. Now for the final leap. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. You can see it. You can see it. I can feel the sweat dripping off their brow. One jump. Oh, yeah. Nobody failed that. Nobody died on that. Ender of Games. Freaking GG. Oh, yeah, and if you would like to learn a little bit more about the history of Kaizo, you can check out my article there that I wrote over the summer last year. The origins of Tonkachi Mario and the actual real true birth of Kaizo. The first Kaizo Mario hack. If we take Kaizo Mario to be a fan-made hack, right? Because you could say Lost Levels. What's the first Mario Kaizo hack? Technically Lost Levels. But if we say that a hack, that in order to be a Kaizo, it needs to be a fan-made hack, then the first Kaizo hack is Tonkachi Mario from 1986. The second is Super Truth Brothers, but good luck ever finding a copy. You never will. There is one of them. There is one copy of that game that is known to exist. It is held by the maker, who lives in Japan. The only way that you could possibly play Super Truth Brothers is to literally go to one obscure arcade in Japan and play it there in person.
I unmuted just too late for everybody.
I had fun with the Vanilla Dome 4. Yes, yes indeed. Wow, we got about 5 minutes to go, and 3 racers remain. Proto Pizza, MC Banjo Mike, and Super Mike. 2 mics, 1 pizza. Yeah, the Vanilla Dome section gave me this idea to, like, make, like, Vanilla Mario, but it's a disaster, right? And just, like, Vanilla Mario, but everything is filled up with munchers, and it's just a disaster everywhere. I might actually try to make that. Yeah, something like that. Yo, Super Mike, come on this disco section. With a run, looking promising. Yo, for the juggle, let's go Super Mike. Oh! A little bit too late on that throw, they stood. Wonderful. Yo, MC Banjo Mike is so consistent at this disco part now. I'm really rooting for him. Gosh. That is a tough obstacle to put all the way at the end, too. The Yoshi juggle on the mole. It would be easier if Yoshi wasn't able to eat the object you're standing on. However, therein lies the challenge. Oh, yo, Super Mike, nice save on that disco. I saw that. I hope they win on this one with that big save. I'm not sure what the testers thought the hardest trick was. I didn't test this. I just played it earlier today after it had been like approved and posted. I just wanted to see how I would do. I was just curious. Oh my gosh, MC Banjo Mike, let's go. Wow. Those moves right at the end. Yo, with like 1 minute to spare. Let's go. MC Banjo Mike for the win. Well played. That was a good one. That was a really good juggle to wrap that up. They freaking held on when it got a little sketchy. Nicely done. Very nice. I would suspect the block juggle, yeah. Or the Yoshi juggle, rather. Well, we got 2 friends, and we got about a minute to go. We schedule about 2 hours for these. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Big GGs to all the racers. Once again, we are Romhack Races. We do these every Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. You can check out all the patches, all the levels, and learn a little bit more about us over on romhackraces.com. We'll be back on Saturday next week with another level from Maxwell, maker of Super World and Superstar. We are, we're going to get going on a raid here to wrap it up tonight. But thank you all so much for hanging out. Really, really appreciate it. We're going to go send some love over to Super Mike. Don't forget, though, follow the racers that were out here. There's a lot of fantastic players in the community, and you may be 1 click away from a new stream that you really, really like. Go give the racers some GGs and hang out in their chats. There are tons of them. Proto Pizza getting close. Super Mike getting close to the end, too. Thank you all for being a part of this. We really, really appreciate it. I'm trying to think what else. What else I got to say? Not much. Thank you for being around. You matter. Thank you, FYRE, for making. Thank you so much, Dr. No D4 testing. And thank you to the scouts and volunteers. Really appreciate that. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy for it. And the people that matter to you in your life would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled lives matter. Power to the Ukraine. You too. We'll see you all around again real soon. Thanks for being a part of Romhack Races. For my friends and community, I will see you all tomorrow night. I'm going to chill for the rest of the evening with my cat, and I hope you have a lovely time. Thanks for watching. Keep on hacking. I'll see you next time. Peace.